Hello there, and welcome to yet another episode of Regular Beer Reviews, where regular doesn't refer to the beers being reviewed, but to the reviewer, myself. I'm Jesse, and today I'm going to be reviewing a beer that I've never had before. This is the Old Barrel Trolley Pale Ale. Now, I've had some other beers from the Old Barrel Trolley. I've had their Nut Brown Ale, the Belgian White, and the IPA, and I just did a review on the Amber, which I have had before as well, but I've never had this one before, so hopefully it's going to be good. Let's get into the numbers on this beer. Beer Advocate gives it a 74, which is just okay, and that's with 63 ratings. The Bros have not had this beer, and Rate Beer gives it a 20 overall with a 2 for the style. So those are not nice numbers. It has an ABV of 5.3%, a year-round availability. The style is an English Pale Ale. And if you didn't know, the Old Barrel Trolley is brewed by World Brews out of Novato, California. Big conglomerate. They do a lot of different stuff. Here is a quick description from Rate Beer. It says, bold and bitter, aggressively hopped. An ideal mixture of 4 hops creates a distinguishing spicy aroma and long hoppy finish. And I was trying to track down the IBUs of this because it is a pale ale. Couldn't find it on the website. I went on the Old Barrel Trolley's website. Couldn't find it on there. But it's funny, on Rate Beer there it said four hops. It's created with 4 hops, but on their website they say 3 hops. So and neither listed what the hops were. They just they have contradicting numbers. So 3 or 4 hops. I don't know. But anyway, let's go on ahead and get this bad boy cracked open. Alrighty. Hey, the Old Barrel Trolley, they've never, really super impressed me, but I've seen them around since I really started drinking craft beer and stuff. I've seen them around a good bit, and I think this is, of all the ones I've seen, this is the last one to try, because they don't really come out. I haven't seen a lot of new stuff from them or anything, but I've had, I just mentioned all those other beers. Those are the only ones that I've ever seen, and this is the only one that I haven't tried so far. So let's go on ahead and get the appearance on this. It's looking pretty good for a pale, almost more like an IPA. It's pretty dark. I'd say light brown, kind of copper reddish. Maybe dark golden copper reddish type color. There's a lot of particulates in there. You can see it. You can see it. There's all kinds of shit floating around in this beer. I'm terrible because a lot of people really pride themselves on checking for freshness dates, and I never do. I don't know. I don't see one on here. Hopefully it's supposed to be like that, but a lot of particulates floating around in there. It is, I'd say, I can kind of see, it's not very translucent, but I can kind of see shadow through it and stuff, so getting a little light through there. So let's go ahead and, and the head, it didn't really have one at all. I tried to give it an aggressive pour, but no head really whatsoever. But yeah, let's go on ahead and get a nose on this. Doesn't smell bad. Doesn't smell overly hoppy, but it's I'm definitely picking up hops. Kind of a little piney, citrusy hops. The malts are very, very sweet. Caramel, little toffee. Pretty typical for a pale ale. Looks more like an IPA from the appearance, but again the hops smell very, very mild. So let's go ahead and jump into this one. Yeah, I'm not sure how fresh this is. It doesn't taste like rancid or anything by any means, but for a pale ale, I'd expect to... I can smell the hops. I can taste I can taste that little bit of pininess. I can taste that kind of citrusy, aromatic, almost spicy hop. I can taste it, but there's no bitterness. There's no bitterness at all. Not at all. Like, I would say that this was like less than 10 IBUs, and that doesn't seem right to me. So I really need to get in the habit of checking freshness dates. So this might not be the most accurate review, but I'm going to carry on with it anyway. The malts, though, the malts are sweet. The malts are sweet. I wouldn't take this for a pale ale at all. If you blindfolded me and gave this to me, I would think it was an amber ale. I would say this is definitely an amber ale or something like that. Maybe a red ale. Certainly not a pale ale by any means. Yeah. Almost watery mouthfeel. Very light. A lot of flavor, but again, I'm not saying I can't taste any hops at all. I can definitely taste those, the aromatic like attributes of hops, but there's no bitterness. There's like absolutely no bitterness at all whatsoever. So, yeah, I don't know. It might just not be as fresh. I don't even know how to rate this as a pale ale. I really don't. As an amber ale, it's pretty good amber ale. It's all right, but I don't know how to rate it as a pale ale. It's kind of throwing me off. I mean, it's a good beer. It's not bad. Again, on the flavor, the malts are sweet, kind of robust, very, very profound caramel flavor. Not overly sweet by any means, but not well balanced. This is like a malty beer. I'd say the malts are definitely overpowering in this, and given that it's a pale ale, it just doesn't seem to make sense. So I don't know. I'm gonna pick this up again, and I've never done a review on two beers. Usually, if I do a review, that's the one review I do. But I'm gonna pick this up again and do another review on it. And I'm gonna definitely check for freshness date. I'm gonna try to get something a little fresher, so I can compare, because this just, I mean, it doesn't taste like a pale ale by any means. I mean, I'll go ahead and I'll rate it as is, and this is assuming that it is fresh and this is how it's normally supposed to taste for a pale ale. I'd give it a 5. I mean, it's just average. For an amber ale, I'd give it like a 7. Which is 5 is very below average. That's an F. That's failing. But a 7, which is what I would give it. If I was grading an amber ale, I would say that it's a 7. That's average. That's pretty good. But though again, those numbers are pretty loose because I'm gonna be picking up another bottle of this and doing a review on it. This is. Something just doesn't seem right about this to me. But all in all, not a bad drinking beer. So again, I'm going to give it a 5 now, and that's assuming that this is how it's supposed to taste. 5 for a pale ale, which is failing. But I'm going to come back to this, and I am going to do another review on it, and I'm going to try to get a fresher bottle. So, thank you for watching, and keep watching again in the future for more reviews. Close.